Hello, everybody. Another week done, and I hope everyone had a great weekend. And hopefully, you enjoyed some warmer weather. It's been warmer in parts of Australia, and certainly up here on the sunny coast, it has been a great weekend. Now, what's this week's topic about? We've been talking about putting the structure and the routine of having a training schedule, having a meal plan in place, and what that involves. We've been talking about balance. We've been talking about the health benefits and how all these different diseases, the incidence of diseases and your risk decrease by improving your health, dropping your body fat. But what's the one big thing that we haven't spoken about? It's almost like the elephant in the room that we've danced around, but no one's spoken about, or I haven't. And you're probably thinking, Luke, just get to it because this is why we're all here. And that's our appearance. It's the big one. Why are we keeping fit? Why are we keeping healthy? Most of us, a huge component of why we're doing it is going to be the way we look. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think it is if you were training for a certain look? Certainly, if you have a very directed goal, maybe like a bodybuilding show or even a photo shoot, we could put a lot of effort and a lot of energy into the way that we look. And for short periods of time, I don't see that bad at all. It's quite a challenge to change your body composition in a favourable way. It takes quite a lot of work. It's quite a challenge, and it's a lot of work to change it in an unfavourable way too. Like if you're really going to change your body composition for the worst, you've got to put down a lot of calories and stop training. But we're doing the opposite. We're controlling our nutrition. We're putting together some regular training. And of course, we all are mindful and we all care about the way we look. I mean, it's human nature. Of course we do, myself included. But where does it sort of sit in the big scale of things? In terms of overall motivation, how much emphasis should we put on the way we look and the reasons why we're doing what we do? Well, probably might surprise you all and say, I think that a fairly high amount of time and energy should be focused on caring about the way we look, but maybe not for the reasons that you necessarily think about. If you are just training and controlling your diet, specifically because you're worried about the way you look, we want to drop the body fat, we want to increase our lean muscle mass, we want to look better in the mirror, maybe we want someone out there to like us or appreciate us more based on the way we look. We don't want to give too much weight to that sort of mindset overall. It's fairly shallow, it's fairly short-sighted, and believe me, 22 years of being a bodybuilder, 16 years as a competitive bodybuilder, I've been at the far extreme end of really caring how you look. And it's a shallow, cold world. You don't want to spend too much time and energy there. However, if we do focus on some of the other benefits of training regularly, of being accountable, being consistent with your nutrition, things like improving your health, all that good stuff we've spoken about, improving your strength, improving your cardiovascular health, improving your aerobic endurance, bone density, increasing range of motion around joints, aerobic endurance, protecting the heart, reducing diabetes, reducing cholesterol, and the list goes on. Reducing depression, increasing self-esteem. If we focus on those benefits and genuinely train because we're after those self-improvements, and we're also focusing on our ability to execute our plans, the plans that our trainers have given us in the medium to long term, but also in the immediate short term too. Like, how can I make these plans work today, but how can I make these plans work in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months, 4 months, 2 years, 4 years? If we focus on that, then we're always going to get a better result. We're always going to get a better outcome, because once again, if you want to get those amazing results, if you want to change the way you look, if you want to improve your appearance, if you want to improve your self-esteem based on your physical appearance, the only way that's going to happen in the long term, and the only way we're going to maintain that, is if we do have that structure and routine in place, we do have that balance, we do focus on those really positive health outcomes, because then we can invest a lot of time and a lot of energy into attempting to implement these plans into our day-to-day life, and also for them to continue over the next few months, few years, or the rest of our life, whatever it might be. If we're able to do that, then we are guaranteed we're going to get amazing results. And amazing results are those drops in body fat, those increased lean muscle mass, that improved physical appearance, that we all have joined a fitness program, at least in some big part, because we want to improve our physical appearance. But we don't want to just focus on those results, because it's not going to get us very far. And when the time comes that we are feeling a bit tired, or maybe we're a bit sick, we've got a bit of a cough, or maybe we're busy at work, or maybe our partner wants to go out for a nice movie and a dinner instead of going to training that night, whatever it might be, we're going to really struggle with those hard times if we're just focusing on our appearance and if that's all we're really training for. So if we're only training for that one goal at the end because we want to look a certain way, then in my experience, probably 90% of people over time are going to drop off. Eventually it's going to get too hard. Eventually they're not going to really care so much about the way they look. Maybe they start a new relationship, maybe the weather's really cold and you get to wear heaps of clothes. Maybe you're just getting older and you're spending a lot more time with your kids and work, and factoring in time for yourself to improve your physical appearance. Maybe it's just not relevant anymore because we've all got hectic lives. However, the thing that will be relevant is going to be that you're training because you want to enjoy improved health benefits, improved health outcomes, and improved quality of life in the long term. I think we can all agree that that is one of the most important reasons why we are doing what we're doing by being in a Shenbury PT program. It is to improve our overall health. So if we think, okay, well, I'm doing this because I want to improve my overall health, I want to do it in a really meaningful way, what does that look like? Well, of course, it's going to come back down to your meal prep, having your time for your meal prep. Where's that sit in with your work schedule? How do you take your meals to work? How are you going to do all the shopping for the week? How are you going to fit in the meal prep for the week? How are you going to fit in your training? When's the training going to fit in? Is it before work? Is it after work? When are you going to do your cardio? Are you doing your core work before your weight training? What time are you going to pick up the kids from school? What time are you going out for dinner with a friend? How much sleep are you getting at night? It's got to be that big picture where it all fits together. And if it all fits together in that big picture, and we are genuinely putting a lot of time and energy and focusing what we do because we want to improve our health, then we know it's an absolute given our appearance is going to improve many times over and in a favorable way for us, for most of us. We're going to be happy with the results. We're going to feel that boost in self-esteem. We're going to feel that boost in self-confidence. But we're not just training for our appearance because we know it's a shallow, dead-end road. We can put a lot of time and a lot of thought into it, but we're not going to get a lot back. Sure, our appearance may improve in the short term. I can guarantee you the amount of people out there that are walking around that look good but feel terrible on the inside, that absolutely hate their life. Probably the majority of people who are looking good feel that way because their life's not in balance. And I can say that with a fair amount of certainty, having worked with a lot of people over the years, been in the industry a long time. You want to be around doing what you do in the long term, and the only way that's going to happen is if it all works for you, it's all enjoyable, you're doing it for the right reasons, you're doing it for the right outcomes. Let's not spend too much time focusing on just our appearance. No shit, Sherlock. If you're training with weights, if you're controlling your diet, if you're doing some cardio, if you're being consistent, you're going to look better. So don't even think about that because that's that sort of shallow goal that we all know is going to come about. It's sort of nice to make that a bit of a bonus goal, isn't it? I mean, if we can make genuine improvements to our overall life, our overall health, our overall fitness, getting up in the morning and feeling great about everything, specifically because we have the discipline to continue training each day, we're accountable for our nutrition, then the bonus, the really good thing is when we go and walk in the mirror and we wake up in the morning and we look in the mirror, we're really happy with what we see. Of course we're going to be because we're putting in the time and the effort. But once again, we don't want to go down that shallow world too long. Believe me, there's no good there. It's a dead-end road. And I think kind of with health and fitness, a lot of people get confused with that. They focus on the physical results, but they don't really focus on all the other benefits that come along with being in control of your health, being in control of your nutrition, being in control of your life, feeling responsible for your own well-being. And then that positive energy really does flow to lots of different people around you. I mean, it does. People pick up on it. And then your training becomes a lot more than just the way you look, but it's the person you are. It's the values that you stand by. It's the fact that you live and breathe fitness. You look after yourself and you're setting a positive example for you, your family, and all the people around you. And people do feed off you. So, a little hack for long-term consistency with any type of nutritional plan or training program. Do it for the right reasons. We all know you want to look good. I want to look good. Of course, everybody does. But we don't want to go too far down that world. It's a dead-end road. We want to focus on the positive health outcomes. We want to focus on what we need to do to get those positive health outcomes on a day-to-day basis. And then, of course, we know we're going to look good naked. But we're not overly focused on that, because we know there's so many other benefits to enjoying a good, healthy and active existence. So anyway, that's my weekly video. Hope you all enjoy your week, and you enjoy some good weather if you're in a part of Australia that's feeling the nice warm weather at the moment. All right, everybody, take it easy.